All right. In the last lab, we looked at switch port security, and for switch port security, it ensures that our ports on our switches are secured and prevents unauthorized access to our ports on the switch. Today, we are looking at solving a problem for DCS Logistics Limited. We have been employed as a junior network engineer, and this year's logistics have about four departments: HRO, finance, and operations. And management has instructed us to separate each department so that each department will have its own network. Why? Because they want each department better security, they want to reduce broadcast traffic and easier management and improve performance. But what they did is they gave us just one Cisco 2960 switch and 8 computers. So they want network, each department to be on their own network, but they gave us just one switch. Remember, we said earlier that a switch is used to create a network or connect devices to a network. So now, if we use this switch and connect all these PCs on the switch, we'll just have one network. But a concept called VLAN allows us to create virtual network on a particular switch. So on this switch, instead of having just one local area network, we can now create virtual network just like the management is requiring of us to create a network for each department. So what are VLANs? VLANs are virtual local area network that allows us to solve the problem of having more than one network on a particular switch. So with VLANs, I could create for as many departments virtual network on a switch and tie each of the ports to that particular VLAN. So those ports communicate with each other. So without further ado, let's configure our VLAN. But before we do that, organizations actually use VLAN to actually separate or do what we call network segmentation. Then now, before we start our configuration, let's look at what we have. We said we are going to use VLAN 10 for HRO. This VLAN 10, your switch understand IDs, VLAN ID. So this is like a VLAN ID. Now, for your switch comes with a default VLAN, VLAN 1 or native VLAN, in which all the 24 ports or 48 ports are assigned to that native VLAN. So now, looking at this native VLAN, which you have, we want to also create our own VLAN. So to do that, you will start with VLAN 10, then give this VLAN 10 a name. This name is just for you as a network administrator or engineer to remember that your VLAN 10 is called HR. Then now for this VLAN 10, we are going to, since it's different network, this is the IP network address for this VLAN 10, 192.168.10.0. The same thing for this VLAN 20, 20.0, 30.0, 40.0. So these are the IP addresses for these different VLANs. Remember, VLANs are virtual network. So on your switch, it allows you to create a lot of network. So you logically create virtual networks on your switch. So quickly, let's move into our switch and do some configurations without wasting time. So the first thing we'll do is, if you configure VLAN, the first thing you do is to create the VLAN. So to create VLAN, we'll go to our switch and we'll go to our command line interpreter or interface. Then we'll hit enter. Enable takes us to, we are using enable privilege mode. Then we want to get into our global configuration mode. So config T helps us to do that. Then let's give our switch a host name, which is a better way of just like we learned earlier. If you've not seen that video, you could easily go and see basic security and hardening of your switch. So we are giving our switch a VLAN lab. So the name of the switch is VLAN lab. Then now we could now create our VLAN. So to create our VLANs, we just do VLAN 10. Then we say VLAN 10 should be called HRO. So VLAN 10 is called HRO. So exit VLAN 20. Remember, we say VLAN 20 is finance. So VLAN 20 we call finance. This naming is just for us as administrators to remember, or engineers to remember that this is the name of the VLAN. Then we exit. Then the next VLAN is VLAN 30. This is us creating our VLAN. So we are creating the VLAN. So we give it this one. We said 30 is operations. 30 is operations. So we exit. The next VLAN is VLAN 40. So VLAN 40, we'll give it a name. VLAN 40 is haulage, right? Haulage. So we've successfully created our VLANs, as simple as that. So what you just need VLAN ID and the name to the VLAN. So the next thing we'll do is we want to assign ports. Remember, we want to ensure that VLANs, PCs or devices in the same VLAN connect or communicate with each other. So let's assign for a department, HR department. There are just two PCs, so we use the first two ports. So what we'll do is interface range FA0/. We want to say, okay, these two ports should be reserved for VLAN 10. So all we now do is these two ports should be switch ports. The mode should be access. It should allow just one VLAN, and it's connected to an end device. That's the meaning of the command. So access. Then the next one is switch ports. The next command now is switch ports. So now the VLAN it should access allow is it should allow VLAN 10. So those ports should only allow VLAN 10. Then we'll exit from the interface. Then we'll get into the next interface, which is 3 to 4 for finance. So range FA0/3 to 4. So what we now do is, just like we did, the interface should operate as an access interface, allowing end devices to connect and just one traffic. Then switch, it should just be VLAN 2. So this interface should allow VLAN 2. That's what we are saying on this last command. VLAN 20, sorry, VLAN 20. Then we exit. Then the next one is 5 to 6. We are doing 5 to 6 for operations. So we are reserving, because operations have to, if you watch, each of these departments have just two PCs. So if they have more than, so you reserve ports for as many PCs they have. So interface range fast Ethernet 0/5 to 6. So we are saying switch ports. This interface should operate as an access mode. Then the switch ports, the interface, switch port is sent as interface. So switch ports should allow, this command say allow only VLAN 13. VLAN 13. Then we exit. Then we'll get into the next interface, which is 7 to 8, which will be for our haulage range. Okay, incomplete command. Fast Ethernet 0/7 to 8. So let's say we want it to be switch ports. Switch ports mode should be access. Then it should allow VLAN 40. So this command say allow VLAN 40. Then hit enter, exit. So now let's quickly look at what we've done. So to do that, let's first of all save our configuration. So we'll just do copy. Remember, we're saving our configuration to ensure that even though our switch goes off or reloads, it's still there. It's not wiped off. It's Yeah, so we are ensuring just like our computer, if you don't save, it's still in your RAM, but when you save, it goes to your permanent storage. So start up config, then yeah, okay, we've saved our work. So let's show our VLAN. So use the command show VLAN brief, we hit enter. So now we can see our VLAN. So we have HRO VLAN 10, then finance VLAN 20, operation VLAN 30, then haulage VLAN 40, and see the ports that we assign to them. So remember, for HR assign 1 and 2, for finance we assign 3 and 4, then for haulage 7 and 8. So this is how we assigned our ports. Initially, all these ports they belong to this native or default VLAN. All the ports belonged to that VLAN. So since we've created our VLAN, we've assigned port or reserved ports for our VLAN. The next thing we would now do is simple. We'll now begin to connect. We've created our VLAN and done the configuration. So now we use our copper 32 cable. So for HRO VLAN, we reserve 1 and 2. So to be 1 connected to this, then 2. So these are the ports reserved for HRO. So HRO is complete now. The next one we use for finance, we reserve 3 and 4. So to be this 3 and 4 for finance. So we connect it to finance PC. This is how VLANs are being configured and created on your switches. So 4, then PC, and fastenet. So then the operations reserve 5 and 6. 5 and 6 was reserved for operations. 5 and 6 was reserved for operations. So 5 and 6 was reserved for operations. Then 7 and 8 was reserved for haulage. 7 and 8 was reserved for haulage. Alright, so now we've actually done that connection. So now we said earlier that we are using this IP network addresses for each department. So for VLAN 10, we are using it 192.168.10.0. So what we do is for HRO, which is in VLAN 10, we are going to assign the PCs those IP addresses. So for HRO, it's 192.168.10. Let's use 2. We don't need any default gateway yet, so I'm just putting it here. We don't need it now. So the next PC for HRO2 will be .3. Then this one will be, we said for finance is 20. So the IP address will be, go to desktop, IP configuration. So it's going to be 20.let's say 3. We did 29, sorry, it's going to be 20.3. The next one will be, let's say, .4. Then the next one for VLAN 30 will say .30. So the IP address will be 30.3. Then operations will be this dot 4 and haulage is ending with a 40.0. So operations will be this 40.3 haulage .3 .5, let's use .5. So for this one, what do we configure? 30.3 this operation, what do we configure? Okay, we made a mistake here. We need to correct the mistake. So it's going to be 30, not 20. So for the finance, what was configured? Correct. So now let's try and test connectivity. So we are testing HRO to HRO. So for HRO to HRO, we go to our command prompt. We say ping 192.168.10.3. There is connectivity because we're having a reply from that IP address. So what we did is we did ping this other PC, which is a dot 3. So this was the PC we pinged using this one. So let's try HRO to operations and see. Operations is what IP? Operations is 30.4. So HRO to operations, which is 30.4. Let's see if there's connectivity. Okay, we're having a request timeout because they are not on the same network. They have different VLANs. And for you to ensure that VLANs communicate with each other, you need to do what we call trunking. So in our next lab, we would actually trunk and ensure that our devices can communicate with each other. So if you gain value from this video, would actually like, comment, and recommend other labs that you want us to do. So kindly subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification so you would get more labs as they come in. See you in the next lab where we would actually carry out trunking for our VLANs to communicate with each other.